this is, but I'm about to ask. What's this for?
Part of the continuation of Commissioner's Court.
For the election integrity aspect, the one that we're doing? Okay.
Yeah, starting at
Who are y'all with?
we're with Tarrant County.
With the county? Okay, what's y'all's department? IT group, okay. Is this, are y'all gonna broadcast this still on YouTube?
Yes, this is live on YouTube right now.
Yeah, it normally is, so that's why I'm wondering, is this, y'all don't normally set this up for Commissioner's Court?
No, ma'am. It's anticipated additional public viewing if needed.
Okay, cool.
We got married and we actually...
We out here. It's pretty packed.
Aubrey Campbell here. Aubrey, why don't you come up, and if James comes in, then we'll get him next.
Okay. Let me know when I'm ready to start.
Go.
Okay. The Secretary of State advisory codes do not supersede Texas election law. There is no Texas election code that authorizes what Hyder calls a dynamic numbering system, which we've identified to be potentially a hexadecimal or base 16 numbering system. The Texas election codes 52.062 and 62.009 are clear that our ballots shall be prepared by being numbered sequentially. That means they shall be pre-numbered, and letters are not numbers. I hope I don't have to have that argument with too many more people. Article 1, Section 4 of the United States Constitution outlines that the state legislature are who determine our election laws. Neither Hyder nor Judge Whitley nor Keith Ingram from the Secretary of State's office has the power to circumvent state election codes. They do not have the authority to advise anybody to or how to violate state election codes, and that's what's happening right now. So the availability of official forms, Texas Election Code 1.010, is being violated. No early vote result tapes are being produced ever, despite the Secretary of State advisory codes that they shall be produced at central count. Had about a 30-minute conversation with the Secretary of State's office, and they will be issuing clarified advisory codes on that, because refusal to produce records does not justify the obstruction of watchers, which that's what that is. When you refuse to produce records so that watchers cannot view them, that's obstruction. You don't just get to not produce statutorily required records. 33.061 is the obstruction of watchers. That is a potentially arrestable offense. The registration chapter, chapter 13, that's being thwarted as well by allowing people to register at either P.O. boxes or in the case of what one of our other investigators has brought today, this building right here. She's going to go over some of the details that she has. That you can't just register anywhere. You have to have a lawful in-county residential address. That is the law. The ballot numbering laws 52.062, 62.009 are being violated. Almost all of Chapter 66 of the Texas Election Code is being violated with the community-wide polling place program. It's statutorily required that we vote in precinct, and that's how our cumulative reports are produced. But we don't have cumulative reports produced by polling location, especially not for early voting, in detail with paper records for voters to view and reconcile and validate on behalf of their appointing authorities. Chain of custody, Texas Election Code 129.051. I've witnessed that being violated with seals being taken off of ballot transfer bags and being placed back on the same exact seal. That's a violation of chain of custody. That's not allowed. Let's see, phase 1 of the Secretary of State's audit report was inaccurate. We have many investigators that have noticed the inaccuracies because despite the phase 1 audit report reporting precinct results, the county did a count by polling location and didn't tell anybody. So that's why the report is inaccurate. I recommend everybody review it.
Thank you, Ms. Campbell. James, is James here? Is James